I start my slides. Hello and namaste. It's hello in Hindi. Namaste and welcome to my session. Today I want to speak to you about my lovely topic, the task management in Microsoft 365. For example, here in Microsoft To Do in your personal task management. So the topic is the task flute. What is the task flute? I came in a later minute about this topic to told you why I think this task management is important for helping with the task flute. Task flute come over you. You get tasked in so many times, and when came a task to you, and why came a task to you, and who can you manage this task? This is the part of my session. Before I begin, I need to show you a little bit slides, and in the end, I think 20 minutes, 50 or 20 minutes, we go in a demo and have a look at Microsoft To Do. My slide starts with the English background, a little bit worry people because this is my first session in English. I'm a speaker in Germany. My name Ferdi Lethen, and I'm a modern workplace consultant at Amexus. But here for you in Indian or remote, I talk my first session in English. It's a little bit challenge for me. So if you have question, ask a question. If you don't understand something, ask about this so I can try to explain it better. Thank you all to Nandeep and all organization for the Pune Tech community and that you hosted my session and supported me in my challenge with the English speaking. We go to the session again, a little bit agenda, what we talk about today. I talk about myself in the next 2 minutes, why I'm here, what I'm doing, and what I'm doing in the community. So if you want to connect, you get QR codes, scan the codes, and stay tuned. Please connect it with me. So then we talk about the task flute, why I think it's the best word about this task management and why is flute the best word. What is Microsoft To Do and who can you work with Microsoft To Do and who helps Microsoft to do you and other people in manage this task. When we get the small talk about these topics, we go in a demo and have a look at Microsoft To Do to get the look and feel, to show who is integrated in Microsoft and who have synergies in Microsoft 365. And at last, we have I have a little summary for you with tricks, helps, who can you better work with Microsoft To Do. We came to myself, my person. I'm Ferdi Lethen. I'm a modern workplace consultant at Amexus, about 2 years at the moment. And my topics are Microsoft 365 because myself, I have the goal to help people to become more productivity with Microsoft To Do, with Microsoft 365 for their everyday work. I want to help and to give you tips and tricks about all applications in Microsoft 365 because I think all problems or issues that you have, I think 80% of the issues and problems, Microsoft can help. So thank you for sharing my LinkedIn. What I have in the next slide, the QR codes. I'm on LinkedIn. It's my favorite. Twitter, YouTube. I have a YouTube channel with much videos. And if you want, you can connect with Instagram. Please connect. I'm here for you and for helping. My most content are actual in Germany, but it's not a problem. I plan at the moment a blog in English for the English people. And so if you want, connect it with me. And if you have a question or need help, you can ask. In the community, I do something in Germany. I have the Easy Way 365. It's my blog in English for you. If you want, go to www.easyway365.de. You can get tips and tricks about Microsoft 365. Then with much MVPs at the moment, 4 MVPs, I have a session repeating repeating at Tuesdays, one in the month about news about Microsoft 365. So you can go in and we have 60 minutes and give you all information. What is new, what for features coming, and who helps the features you. And in the end of the session, Raphael Körner is in there and talk about the security, governance, and compliance. So if you want, connect it and come in to my shows or to my information for you. Let us start, in this topic today, in the topic task management with Microsoft To Do and who can help us. And I talk in the last 2 or 3 minutes about task load. Why I think it's a task load. You know it. You get tasks by emails. You get tasks in a phone call with a customer, with a manager, with a colleague, or so on. Or if you go to your if you go over the floor in the company, some people ask you or talk with you, and in, I think, 85% of all, there is a task for you. And this is what I mean with task flood. Task flood, you get, or people get tasks from everywhere. It's in chat in Microsoft Teams. It's in WhatsApp message of your mobile phone. It's in email, business email or private email. It's a note. Your manager put a letter on your desk with a note, please call me, or please to do a report, or so on, if they don't work with Microsoft and Microsoft Teams. Or it's a phone call with people, college, other employees, friends, your wife or your manager or a customer. And if you talk with them, I think in the most situations you get in tasks. And this is what I mean with task flood, because you get from everywhere task, and then it's your turn to manage you and the task. Not is so bad as you forgot a task. And if you work with customer, I work in an IT consultancy. And if I get a task from my customer and forgot one task, the customer is not so happy about this. It's very angry, or it's in high task, it's angry too. And so I think we get from all tasks, and it's the turn for me and for you to manage the task so that you don't forget tasks and that you do something for your own brain. Because if the task stack grow and grow and grow, it's not good. You need for your brain to reduce your stack of tasks. And for reducing your stack of tasks, it's much important to manage your task. And who can help? I have a little slide about help. This is my brain. Last Tuesday, I sit on my chair and think, oh, it's much task for the day, and so I need to manage it. But we had help in Microsoft 365. It's the application To Do. And to do is for an example why I love to do and why to do help me. I try for 4 years something else. I try the task management in Outlook. Then I wrote my task and I manage the task, but I don't get a good overview. I don't get to plan my task by day, or I don't can to see what is the next step. I cannot prioritize the task and so on. So I think it's not good. Then Microsoft have a tool or had a tool, OneNote. I try OneNote. OneNote is so crazy about digitalization of your notes. It's so funny. And I think if I write a note, then I can do a task and I can manage my task in my note system of OneNote. I tried and I need to say I don't or I do a bad situation for me because I write the task and I see the task, but I cannot manage the task. I cannot manage due date. I cannot plan my day. It's a black hole in the world for me. So I'm not happy about this. And then Microsoft came with the application To Do. And To Do, I think you see it at the moment. I love To Do because why I love To Do. To Do is the task management application for you, not for a collaboration, I think, but for you to manage and help you to manage your task situation. And this is what Microsoft do with Microsoft To Do. It's an application for you. The application you can work on much devices. It's an Apple iPhone, it's an Android handy, it's over a browser and much other system. Microsoft To Do is everywhere for you. And this is why I love Microsoft To Do. And who can Microsoft To Do? The structure of Microsoft To Do, and this is what me helps for getting my managed of tasks. The structure is you can have views about your planning over the day, your tasks for the day, what is due date, who have left the due date, what is a task for my person, when is a task to do, or when you need to do a task, and you can organize your task and make a structure about lists, list groups, and then in the end of the structure is the task. And who it's shown in or shows in Microsoft To Do, we see in the demo. So it's much at the moment, but when you see Microsoft To Do, you see how easy it is to work with Microsoft To Do. Microsoft To Do helps me or helps you in this situation about with some functionality. You get suggestions, smart suggestions, so you plan your to-dos, you plan your tasks and so on, and you organize your structure of lists and list groups, and in the end of the day it's my repeating day start is to plan my day, to plan what for to do can I closed in the day and or I work for the day. And Microsoft To Do helps you because you get suggestions. You get suggestions about is the topic due date or the priority for the topic, and they give you suggestion to say, okay, this is a topic for me in the moment. This is a task that I do today. The other thing is due date is important for all task management, not only for Microsoft To Do. I think for all task management, because if you get a task, there is a due date. If your manager gives you a task, they want that you that you beend the task in 5 days or 3 days or 5 minutes. And so you had a due date. And what Microsoft To do is to get in a reminder about a due date. So if a task tomorrow or had a due date tomorrow, you get in a reminder that you had a task. It's a task the due date left, so you are too late. You get a reminder about this and see it. So Microsoft help you to get an overview and to see if tasks had a due date and the due date is today or tomorrow. The other thing is I talk since about this is you can work with your to-do of much devices. You can to-do work with a web application over a browser. To do Microsoft.com and you can work with to do. You can install in Windows systems or in iOS systems in to do app. So you don't need to go over the browser. You open your application, your installed application, and have to do. And this is, I love it. You had to do on your mobile device because if I get a Teams message, if I'm not in the office or not in the home office, I'm on the way to a customer in the barn train. It's the correct word in English. So you had your mobile device and you can plan your tasks and create new tasks over an app. And this is in Android store, iOS store, also Apple store. You can install the app and it's fantastic, I think. And the other, what is good to have, yes, if you want, you can collaboration in Microsoft To Do. This means you can share lists, share tasks with other and plan this and can collaboration about this task. But Microsoft To Do can do this. I think it's not the right tool to do this with Microsoft To Do. I think for collaboration is Planner, also Microsoft Tasks, the better option for this management. Why? We came later about this. So this is why it helps and helps you or can you help. And then the other thing, and this is a great thing, you have much, I think, yes, much, the definition for me, much integration in Microsoft 365. What I mean with integration in Microsoft 365, you have an Outlook integration. You can show your to-dos in Outlook. You can create from Outlook a to-do, not manual tip the to-do. No, you have an integration per mouse click. You can plan and create to-dos via Teams. You had an app for this, or if some people write in a message to you or write a message in a chat, channel chat, or so on, you can get this message and plan and create a to-do for you. And the best case is in to-do, you had a link to the message. So you had a synergy in much versions, and this in Microsoft 365. I find it's so cool. And I talk the last 5 or 10 minutes about the theory, what can you do in to do, and who can it help, and what is good or not good. I think it's time to have a look at to do at the moment. So we go to a demo system I have created for you for the session here, and yeah, let us look. So I need to cancel the sharing about Microsoft PowerPoint Live, and I share my screen. Please give me a reaction if you see my screen so I can, yeah. Yes, thank you, Nandeep. It's good. So you see my screen. where I am, I go to portal.office.com and then I go to my Microsoft 365 start screen. In start screen, you had the app menu at the left corner, and in the app menu you have the application to do. To do, it's a check button and can open to do. And yet you see to do. I have a reaction in handover. Please feel free. If you have a question, ask it, please. Or is this a hand to say it's all good?
No, I had a question. So in organization right now, we are using Jira as well, and to manage all the respective tasks. Okay, so what's the difference that we see in To-Do and the Jira?
Jira is for me in task management about in collaboration. So if you collaborate with other people and as then you had Jira. Jira is I think, so I understand Jira in Germany, a ticket system and a task management system. It's not to do. There are much synergies and much is the same, yes. But Microsoft To Do is your task management and not a task management in a collaborating. So that is the differences, I think, the much difference. As you don't have differences. You can plan your task, you can create and manage and organization your task with Jira and To Do. To Do you had, it's a free tool in a Microsoft 365. Jira, you need to pay a version, but it's the same. I think, I don't know, but I think it's a little bit different about the integrations and synergies about the Microsoft 365 platform, but that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So you see my screen? We talk about Microsoft To Do. And what I have seen, or what is the structure of Microsoft To Do? In the first step, at the left side, I had a smart view. Microsoft is naming a smart view. So I see my day, I see planned to do, I see all to do, I see what I had completed, what is me assigned, and all my tasks. And in the button, I see new list. And what is new list? We came in 5 minutes about this and can create list groups. In the middle position or the greatest position, you see your task and your task about your context of the list, your context of the smart view, and so on. And you see all your tasks from up to down and can sort it, can work with the task, and so on. And in the right corner, in the top right corner, you get some settings information. Why I talk about this, because Microsoft To Do had 3, 4, 5 settings. I think it's good for you to know about the settings. So I want to start with the settings, because from the settings, you can manage a little bit your task system. And yes, in the settings, you can change your password if you want, and you can change your language. I think no one's changed the language. If you had your language default, this is your language, and you don't know you don't change it, but you had to do settings. And in the to do settings, you can, and I don't want to talk about all settings, but I think the 3 or 5 important settings, so that you know what can you do in this. You can do, and this is, I think, very important. Confirm before deleting. So if you delete a message, you can delete a message very quickly about your tastature. You get a confirm if you want really delete it. This is a big settings, I think, because I had a customer, he turn off and delete, and oh, he say in German, we say, fuck, I delete a task. And if you delete a task, the task is deleted and you don't get the task over the recycle bin and so on. No, it's delete. So if you work with Microsoft To Do, please put this option on, because you had security in this moment to say, oh, no, I don't want to delete this task. Then other thing, add new task on top. If you get or create a new task, it's the top position. So you see your new task on your order task. Yeah, goes in the down. The next thing, play completing sound. Much people say, oh, this sound is very crazy because it make bling, bling, bling. If you complete a task, it's very easy. It make bling. Some people say, no, I don't want this sound. I say, yes, turn it on, because your brain need it. It's so cool if you had your task stack grow and grow, and then you hear a pling, it's closed. Pling, it's closed. Your brain say, wow, I do something about my task stack, and not my task stack grow, my task stack reduced at the moment. I think it's very, very good for your brain. Turn on reminder notification. Reminder notification means you get a notification, push notification of your smartphone. Here, my smartphone. You get a notification, a push notification on the right side from your Windows system. And if you want, you can get a push notification as email. So if you want notification, reminder notification, I think it's very, helpful for you, because you don't lost some due dates. If you want, turn it on. If you don't want to get notification all over your systems, and turn it off. I think turn on is a good position. You can import your smart list and smart views, and can make some views out or not out, can turn on or turn off. I think it's very helpful to say your completed task turn off, because I'm a people, what I had completed, it's not my focus, so I don't need these view or these list view. If you are a people that need this, yes, turn it on. But in my tip, I say turn off, because you don't know. I don't something about complete tasks, and I don't need it. And your connections to Planner, and for the people who ask Jira or To Do and what is the difference, I think if you want know what can you, or which application of Microsoft 365 can the same as Jira, I need to say try Planner. Planner is the task management for collaborations. So you can plan tasks over a team, over a department, and so on. And this in one tool, the planner. You get reports, you can see a chart, what is due date, who have left the due date, which people had which tasks, and so on. So if you thinking about who can I migrate my Jira task in Microsoft 365, I think this is the best option about this. This is not the best option, I think, but it's a good option to do this. And your connection, and this is a very helpful connection to your email system, to your Exchange Online, means Outlook at the end of the day. So this is, I think, and I say to you, and it's my experience, turn on Planner and turn on email flag. It helps for your daily business and your daily work. This is the most settings and the important settings, what I think. And let us have a look about the other things. At the left side, I talk to you and I say you get list and list groups. And for example, I'm in a IT consultancy. In IT consultancy, I had much project and many projects. So in my first braining situation, I think, yes, my project is a list or my customers list, well, because it helps me. So I try it out, and this is my experience and my tip for you. If you are in in a customer business, I think the most people are in customer business. Plan your list about your customers. So one customer is one list. So you can differences from which task is for which customer. You can see it and can set focus times for this. So in my first step, I want to create a new list. I click on new list. You can type in some words. Please type a word or naming of the list that you know what is in the list and the end of the day. So in my example, I try to create a list. The Muster AG is one list. No, what is here? So I had Muster AG, I push enter and I had a list. And in the next step, I create a demo company and I create a demo company. And so you can create list. List is for you to structure your task, because you get tasks from everywhere and you need in the end of the day had a little structure in the task. So my tip for you is, for a customer list, or if you had an internal company project, then do an internal company project list also. And so in the end, at the moment, I create a new intranet for the Amexus, and my list is the intranet. It's the example. And so I can create lists for customers and for internal things. So my feeling is good and I can good manage my task. Make many lists if you want. If it helps you, do it. But in the end, you get a big summary over lists and many lists, and then you get the problems to get a good overview about this. So my tip for you, yes, make lists, but make lists and it makes sense. In the end, I find a good helping about this, because you can create list groups. List groups is in you can put many lists in one list group. It's in German we say Klammer. I don't know what the word in English at the moment, but you can put it in one group, so you get a cheap overview. But if you want, you can call up the group and see what is in the group. The group you can create over the button group and not new lists over the button group. And for me, it's in group customer. And a group internal projects, for example. So, and if I want to put a list in the group, drag and drop in the group. So you see, you can manage your list, and your list is in the group. You can collapse or not collapse, and you don't get a great or big overview or a small overview. But list groups helps me to manage my task, to get a good overview, because you can collapse or uncollapse it. In the list self is the task. The task is the task.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes?
Can we do subgroups as well within the
No.
groups?
No, you cannot put groups in the groups. The
Okay.
structure is a two-step structure: groups and list. All. You
Okay.
cannot put groups and groups, but I give you in the end a little bit tips what you can do for if you had a third structure. And this is what I had. I need in much situation a third structure and not a second structure. And what can you do and who can it help? I say or I show it in the end of the session.
Okay.
So let us talk about tasks. Okay, Nandip? In the end of the session, I had a good workaround for this. In the end you get a task. A task had a title. A title of the task, it show you what is in the task at the end and the details of the task. So my company came to me and say, you need to do a quote about migration SharePoint in cloud. And so I tip the title, I push enter, and then the task is created. And in the end of the task, let us have a look of the task. You had the title of the task. You can add steps. Steps is that what you need to do to finish the task. If you want, do it. But I can say it's the most. No, you do it not, because you have a very, very overload over your task management in the end of the day. And this is not that what I need. And I think that is not that what you need. So steps is cool. Yes, you can, but you don't need it in the end of the day. Steps can help if you need it for your brain to make a big task and little steps for the task in the details. The at my day at today, we talk in 5 minutes about this. You can get reminder. When did you want to remind about this task? Later today, tomorrow, next week, or pick a date what you want. So if you had a task in the next, what you need to finish in the next 10 days, you can do a reminder for the 26th of April or so on. Or if you want to reminder sooner or so on, then you do it sooner. So you can work good. And this is what you need. So I make a reminder for the 26th of April. You can push when did reminder, morning, afternoon, or evening, and can push a date or a time if you want. If safe, you had add a due date, and what to do the due date for you, I can talk in 5 minutes. Due date. Due date. What is due date? Due date is the most important thing if you make task management, because the task you need in the end of the day or at the end of the duration need to finish the task. And if you want to do a good task management, and if you want to do a good and better task management, you need to clarify what is the due date about this task, because this is this point and in the end the appointment or goal who you work and manage and plan your task is the due date. So in my situation, it is not or all tasks have a due date. I don't have a task that not a due date is in. Due date, you can set it tomorrow, next week, or pick a date what if you want. So in my example, we put the 26th of April and the due date is done. And what is repeating? Repeating is repeating. If you work in an IT administration, for example, you had often the task every month, every 2 weeks, every day or so on to do updates from server. So you need to check, you need to try, you need to test, and so on. This can you do with repeat. Repeat is not is the same. You plan a task, and if the task is closed or finished, the repeating goes and create a new task for the new due date. So you can repeat it. You can say daily, weekly, weekdays, monthly, yearly, or make it custom duration about this this repeating. So here's it's a little bit small for you. I think I tried better. No, I cannot better. You can plan it by day, by week, by weekend, or by year in the repeating section here. You can say my repeating section is on Tuesday every week, every first Tuesday, and so on, and can save and add in duration about this. You see weekly every Tuesday. You can pick up categories. Categories is the same categories than you had in Outlook for your calendar and to me meeting management. The same categories. If you want, do it. I don't need these categories because it's too much overload for my task management. You can add files. Your files can come from OneDrive, can come from a team site, or your local storage. Add what you want if it's help you for your task management and to finish this task. In the end of the day, add notes is a good option and a great option, I think, to give your task more details. Because if you plan this task, for example, today Nandeep say, Ferdi, we need to talk about Viva Learnings and you need to do a demo. Yes, then I need Viva Learnings demo, but no one decides. Nandeep said me that he had a little bit problem with the synchronization. This is the details what I need, so I put it in the task synchronization. For example, and I knows in 2 days, 4 days, or 3 days what I do in the task. So this is what you need. You don't need to save or to close or so on. No, if you do this, your task is in. And so I need to put this is a better option for you. So I create a task, wrote about Microsoft SharePoint in the cloud. I had the task details on the right corner. If I had much tasks, you can sort the task by due date, by add my date. You can by alphabet or so on, or by creation date, so that you can sort your list if you want. In the end of the day, I had many tasks over many systems, over many lists, and so on. At the moment, I had 5 tasks for you. It's a demo, and it's okay for the demo. It's for me important that you knows what is task, what can you do with list, and who can help lists and list view for your task management. Let us add a look at the left corner again. You see my day, it's one pick. You see planned. Planned is an overview that say or that show you your task, and you see overdue. Oh, it's red. It's not good for me, so I need to do this task. This is what I mean. In the end of the day, if you work with due dates, you see if it's overdue and you need to do something. And my day say it too for me, so I can plan what I need. If you plan with due dates and the due date is today, Microsoft To Do push it in my day, so you don't need every day to this task in my day. Microsoft do it automatic for you if you work with due dates. And this is the view for planned. Assigned, I think, give me 3 minutes, then we talk about assigned. I think it's the next step. We talk about my day. My day is my lovely functionality in Microsoft To Do. Because why is it so? If I had much task, and yes, I had much task, my day say me what a task I work today and which task I work today. I plan my day with task management in this moment. So I can see my task, and if I want, I can go to suggestions. This is what I mean in the in the slides. And suggestion says me, oh, here it's an earlier task. Please do it. And with a plus, I can put it on my day. So, and the suggestion say or shows me all my tasks about my task system, what is good or not good, or what need I to do in the moment, and what is the next task who need to be finished because the due date. So I can plan my task. If I don't work with suggestions, it's not a problem. So I can go to the list, and if you want, you can go in the element, in the task, and do it here and put it on my day. You see in the task, it's the sun comes to my day, and see, is this is planned for today, and my list today grows and grows, and it's okay. It's, you see from which list it's come, from customer projects or from demo company. It's my list, so I can work with this task sooner. For your tips and tricks, if you want, what I do in this morning, every morning I had a I think my daily organization is to drink a coffee and to go in my calendar to show how many time I had this day for task, and then I plan my task. If I had on 26th of April 1 hour or 2 hours for a task, so I go in the morning to my task management and look about my task and plan this task who need 1 hour or 2 tasks from 30 minutes, also on, so I can work efficiently about my task, because my thinking is not as bad or better than to plan your task and manage your task, and you don't have time to work for it. You need to plan your work about the task. And Microsoft had a functionality. In the end of the session, we go to the functionality, and I think it can help. But for you can do the best organization and planning for your task and manage and masterminding and so on. But in the end of the day, if you don't have time to do the task, it helps not. The best task management tool don't help you about your problems or issues. So what I mean is, plan your task, it's cool, but plan your time for working about this task. This is the most important thing at the end of the day. This is task management. We talk about task management and integrations, and I had a look at the time. I think I need to talk a little bit faster because the time is not so, not much time at the moment. We had integration in Microsoft 365 about the task management to do. What is the integration? I had opened my email control. So I had opened Outlook. I get by Outlook or by telephone or by Teams chat at the moment. So in the first step, I get a task. You see here, I need a quote. My customer, yes, it's my private customer, it's not the problem, did send me a message to get a quote, and I want to plan this quote, to do this quote. And what I can do, I can flag the email, and flag the email is the same to synchronize this email in my Microsoft To Do. Microsoft do it automatic for me. And if I restart or actualize my to do, you see flagged email, one email, need a quote. So this is what I mean. I had an integration. I don't need to type some to-dos manuals, so it's automatic. I flag the email, and my email is Microsoft to-do task. In this moment, I can set a due date. For example, tomorrow I can do a reminder if I want. But what I think it's very, very crazy and cool is my to-do had the body of the email. And if I want, I can open this email in Outlook via click. So Microsoft put a link to your email. You have connect your task with the email in this moment, and you can work for it. Very good, I think. And the next step, what I want to show you is you can flag email, but you can do some words in the email. You need to marker it. You see it's a little bit menu. You can highlight it. You can note it, but you can this markered text to do Microsoft to do. And you see, here's my task list, and here is my to do Microsoft Teams and this is what I marked as to do. And if I open my to do new and go on this task, this is the list who I have, save it. I see my email, I see what is this, what I have marked, and I had a connection to the email. So in this example, you get an email with a protocol or so on. And the first point of the protocol is for Ferdi, the second point for Nandip, and so on. You can not mark out all of these. You mark out your assignment to do in this email and can put it on your to do. This same functionality we had in Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is this tool to chat and so on. I need to show Nandip make some chats at the moment. Microsoft Teams is your collaboration tool in Microsoft. And if I go to a team, I had channel and channel messages at the moment. And this is the same. You can go to the channel, you can go to the 3 points, more action, and create a task. Create a task means create a Microsoft to-do task. And if you want, you can put your list. It's not look like good, but it's functionality. You can put your list, and this task is for my demo community. I can give in a little bit priority. Important? Yes, no, it's not important. And I can put in due date. Add this task is add this task in Microsoft To Do. And if I, load or make a new reload, you see Copilot and Power Apps we need to test. I have the task. And what is the most important thing? You had a chat and Teams. The chat grows, and your task is on top, or in the new team, it's in the button. And you need to scroll. No, you don't need to scroll because you had a link to the position who is the chat message at the moment. And this is what I think it's helped. And this is what I mean with integration from Microsoft To Do in Microsoft 365 for you. If you go back to the email, you see the buttons in the top position right from OneNote and To Do, and here you had your to-do list. So you don't need to open Microsoft To Do, the To Do app. You can work from Outlook, from your email system, what you started at automation in a day, in the morning, and so on, and can from here create your To Do and work with To Do. And the last integration, then I try to go to the end of my session because the time is over. I'm sorry for the little late at the moment. I hope you have a little time and stay tuned. Is the next task management. We talk about this for a little minute. Microsoft Planner. Microsoft Planner is the task management view for collaboration tasks. Why is this task management for collaboration tasks? Because you can work with many people about your task. You get overviews. You can plan your task in name buckets. You can filter it. You can go to charts and had a little bit reporting about your task. And if you leave the company, the task management stay in the company and other people can work with this. If you do collaboration in your Microsoft To Do, you can share at example list with other people. If you leave the company, the list is deleted and it's no one came on the list because you leave the company. So this is the difference between task or to do and planner task is if you leave the company in planner, the task is there and other people can work about this. And if you share your list about over Microsoft To Do and you leave the company, the task is deleted. So the task management for me and for the example is Microsoft Planner, and perhaps we make a session about this if you want. Plan your tasks in a collaboration. In a collaboration. You can plan your task, and your task had a due date, and your task had an assignment. And if you assigned Ferdi Lethen in this example, the assignment is good because with the integration from Planner and Microsoft To Do, you see this task preparing session Microsoft To Do in my assign me task because Microsoft had an integration into Do from Planner. So you see all tasks from all Planner over your company. If you are assigned in a task in a Planner and can from here manage these tasks. So you don't need to manage your own tasks in this front. You can manage the task your own and in a collaborating system. But only in Microsoft To Do. And this is a big feature, a big synergy, and helps customers and me to get an overview over all tasks. And yet I need the last, then we go to the slide, to the summary. The last thing is that is what Nandeep asked for many minutes. Can I do a group in a group? Also a list group in a group. No, you can't. But if I work with much customer, I had the situation that I need to talk about one topic from customer demo company with my colleague Niels. And in the Muster AG, I had list task who need I talk with Niels too. And this is the moment who I think a third structure was very, very cool for me. Microsoft To Do don't had a third structure, but Microsoft To Do had a workaround for this. Because if you are in the title, you can put a hashtag and work with hashtags. And my hashtag is the hashtag Niels. And if you type in hashtag Niels, you create a link about this. And if I had other tasks, as example, Microsoft Teams on Teams, and do the same hashtag, I had a link too. And when I click on the link, I see all tasks from all lists, from all list groups, from all over my task management, what I need to talk in a meeting with Niels. And this is a third structure what me helps to create dynamic lists. To create dynamic lists for my management, for my masterminding, for my organizing in my task management. And you don't put it in a name for a colleague. For example, you can make a second second hashtag for the hours, what you need to do the task. And this is the next step, what me helps to say, okay, I need to talk it with my colleague, or I need to do for the task, or to need a duration from 1 hour, from 4 hours, so I can plan my day better. When I see I had 4 hours in a day for task management or for my task, I can go in my task management, click on one, and see all tasks who I think the duration is 1 hour, and can me put 4 tasks in my daily task management. It helps. It's a cool system. It helps you to create dynamic list. And this is what I need, or what I want to show you. This is the end of my demo, because I think I can talk so much more information for you, so much more time. But yeah, in the end, we are over time from the session at the moment. So I want to stop my creation and want to share my presentation. So we go to the summary, and I hope you get much information for your task management. You can, you see what I mean. You see what you can do with the task management. So I need to switch to the last slides. This is not good. PowerPoint Live, because I need to switch to all slides. It's not the problem, but it's not good for the session at the moment. 1 minute. Then we had the last slides. This is the demo slides. This is summary, experience, and tips for you. What do you see? You do see in the last 60 minutes Microsoft To Do, the structure of Microsoft To Do, who can manage and help you, what is the integration, and which integration you had. I hope it helps you to get a better management of your to-do tasks. And in the end, it's a good session for you. Some experience for you. You can work with To Do as web application, as smartphone, as Windows app, or Android app, or iOS app, what you want. Create list groups. It helps many, I think, to reduce the list and the growing from list. My lovely topic and functionality, I think you've seen it, is hashtagging. Hashtagging helps me to create dynamic lists, to make my list shorter, to organize my day at the moment. And what I need to say, Mia, the most important thing is plan your task, manage your task, organize your task, structure it, what you want. But in the end of the day, you need to have time to work about this task. So I had, for me, a little system. If I need a duration of 5 minutes or 10 minutes for a task, then I complete it in the moment. I don't plan it. I don't create a task, organize it, manage the task. No, I finished it at the moment. If the task need 50 minutes or 30 minutes, then I plan it in my task. It's helpful because I don't need to have an overload about my task management. It helps me, and not it make more work for me. So in the end of the day, I hope you say the session was good for you. You are lucky. Thank you that you are stay tuned in this moment. I need to thank about the organization and Indeed that you hosted me, that you supported me, and thank to the Pune Tech community. If you have questions, ask this question. If you have question in a day or 10 days, please let me a message of LinkedIn or Twitter or so on, and then we can talk about these questions. So it's the end for my session. I give back in the studio to Nandip.